Hey, what's going on, my nerds and collectors alike? Today we're taking a look at another figure from the Marvel Legends Shang Chi movie wave. Today we are looking at Shang Chi himself, so bringing him in closer here. You've got your figure on display. Looks like he's got some nice detail on there. You've got your hands and different gestures for different combat styles. He's got his bow staff over here on the side. Build-A-Figure piece. Says Shang Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings, Shang Chi. Top of the box there, you've got his movie logo, which looks pretty cool. Side of the box, you've got a mock-up image of Shang Chi and his movie logo again. On the back of the box, you have a larger image of Shang Chi, and it says, Shang Chi, trained since childhood by the mysterious Ten Rings organization, Shang Chi must confront the past he thought he left behind when he is drawn back into his father's web. And the Build-A-Figure for this wave is Mr. Hyde, which I actually don't plan on completing, but if you guys do, you will need to collect all 6 figures, which include Shang-Chi, Wenwu, Zhilong, Death Dealer, Civil Warrior, and Tony Stark AI. Down here, you've got your attention, you've got your small parts warnings, not for children under 3 years old. Side of the box, you got Shang-Chi again, nice image there with his logo. Bottom of the box, warnings, legalese, barcodes, all that fun stuff. So let's get this guy open and see what he's about. Alright, so with Shang-Chi out of his packaging here, let's go ahead and get a closer look at some details. We have another excellent head sculpt from Hasbro. I will go ahead and admit that I don't know any of the actors from the movie, nor do I really know a lot about Shang-Chi. But I can say, just from watching the trailer, this actor definitely has some charisma, and he should be very fun to watch. With these figures and seeing that trailer, I'm definitely excited to take a look at that movie. So we've got some nice detail here on his tunic. You can actually see there are 2 shades of red. There's a deeper shade of red here with the black detail etched in, and then a lower shade of red there. That's a bit lighter. On the arms, you actually have the same thing, so you've got a lighter shade of red here between the bar, and then you've got a darker shade of red on the top of the shoulder, and leading down between the black lines there. You've got a nice woven pattern throughout the entire tunic sculpt, as well as a couple of detail lines, just for some extra visuals there. The paint is beautifully picked out. That looks fantastic. On both sides, the line work is definitely very good, so I don't know which employee at the Hasbro factory was in charge of this one, but he did a good job. You can see more sculpt there. You got the different textures. Down to his pants. Looking kind of basic, but they just look like some nice baggy pants, pretty easy to move around in. And some nice tennis shoes. So this guy is definitely looking good. Sculpt is very detailed. Looks pretty realistic, honestly. Getting into articulation, he also has a dumbbell joint up at the head, which can look up very far. Very good. Can look down, almost burying the chin. So that's also excellent. You get some very nice tilt on both sides. And just popping the head off there, you actually see that this is on a longer dumbbell joint, which gives you some extra range there. So very nice. Popping his head back on there. His arms can go 360. They come up 90 degrees, so you can get your T-pose. He's got bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in all the way. His wrist is on a swivel and a hinge that goes in and out. He has an ab crunch that crunches very far forward. That is excellent range. Back, just as good. You do have kind of an awkward looking cut here. I wish that this bottom piece of the skirt was just an overlay piece from the torso and the cut was underneath it, but you've got a nice cut. So you got room there. His feet, not his feet, his legs, sorry guys, kick out almost 90 degrees forward. Not too much back. Kick out pretty decent sideways. He can't exactly get the splits, but still pretty far. That's nice. You do have an upper thigh swivel. He has double jointed knees, so he can kick his back, so that's also good. And again, with the pinless technology on the knees there, even though that sculpt kind of doesn't say that it is. There you go, look. Pinless technology on the legs, but not on the elbows again. So, not sure the reasoning behind that, but I'm not really going to complain. It doesn't bother me too much. His ankles can move that far back, good bit forward, and of course, ankle pivot. So, Shang Chi, the master of Kung Fu, can definitely get into some nice combat poses there. For his accessories, Shang Chi comes with a set of clawing hands. He comes with a set of hands that remind me of a praying mantis style, with his thumb and his index finger kind of touching. And he comes with a set of gripping hands. Sadly, this figure does not come with fists, but if you do have the Wenwu figure, which does come with a set of fists, you can go ahead, take the gripping hand out of there, and use that. The skin tone is ever so slightly off, but I think it's fudgeable. So, of course, you can have him with an extra set of fists, or you can use the other kind of claw hands that Wenwu came with. But putting that back on there, Shang-Chi also comes with his bow staff, which is an interesting kind of pearlescent, off, like bronze kind of color, I want to say. Not bronze, maybe it's silver with like a brown tint to it. And then he's got nice wrapping detail. Looks like with some scaled leather at the end here on each side. And he can hold this just fine. You just stick that in his hand. He can hold it with both hands. Not a problem. So getting into some comparisons here. Stand up for me, Shang-Chi. Thank you. We'll get him with a couple of other martial arts masters. One some people might be curious with is the immortal Iron Fist, which, yeah, that is a comic figure, just kit bashed with an old Star-Lord head to kind of mimic the Netflix adaptation. And then Daredevil. So, the ninja of the Marvel hero side. And that is just the Marvel Legends Netflix Daredevil with the Mezco head on it that I picked up off of eBay. Taking these guys out of here. Here he is with the Netflix Elektra with customized arms. Sorry, I can't talk. If you guys are interested about those, feel free to comment, and I will link the Foosh Robo video that shows you exactly how to do that. Here he is with Marvel Legends Deadpool. So those look pretty cool together. And here he is with the Mafex Spider-Man figure from Far From Home, the upgrade suit. Just to see how he kind of scales with Spider-Man, since, you know, in the comics, Shang-Chi actually taught Spider-Man a kung fu form they made together called the Way of the Spider, after he lost his spider sense. So that's pretty cool. Taking him out of there. Thoughts of this figure is he's definitely a welcome addition to the collection. He's got a lot of nice articulation, awesome detail. I think he looks really good, and I look forward to learning more about him from the movie. I do want to say that this channel and all of its content are not for children under the age of 13 years old. Stay safe out there, guys. Happy collecting.